Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to be doing more siding prep. First thing I got to do is get this little patch foam into there and screw it in place like I did with that. That one should be dry now. I put that in yesterday. I got to get that in. That has to dry tomorrow. I'm going to be going over this whole thing and foaming up any of the woodpecker holes like that. I got most of them, but I didn't get them all. And tomorrow is likely to be the last day that I can get it done, the last day that's warm enough. So once I get this in, I'll have gaps around the edges. I'll get those foamed up tomorrow as well. So let me see if this fits. I got to trim the back just a hair, get it glued in place, cleat it like that, and then I'll move on to this other stuff. All right, I got all those extensions in, looking good. Now I'm gonna take lunch. It's almost 1 o'clock and Cindy's on her way home from Milwaukee. She's been there for the last 2 weeks helping out with the new grandbaby. So I think I'll probably have to do a little cleaning in the house as well. So I'm not exactly sure how much time I'll be able to put into this later today. If I can get some time, I'm going to take off them corner strips. They're kind of around the corner so you can't really see them. Those are on there to block bugs from going behind the siding. Now I'm going to put the corner moldings on so I can take those off, and I can see where the siding starts and ends and transfer that onto this wall. I have to transfer all of those onto the wall, and then I have to kind of project up and over all this stuff. So when I go up that side and up this side, I have a continuous piece going across. I don't know if I can do that or not. It looks pretty difficult to me, but I'm going to give it a shot. And I have to go up this tiny little gap right here, and that has to match. I sure hope I can do that. So I got to get all cleaned up out here, and whatever time I have later on, I'm either going to take off them stops. There's one on that side, one on that side, and then I got to get this foam out of this hole so I can pull all this stuff back in. So I might work on that as well. Got the ladder already there. All right, we'll see what happens later. All right, here's what happened. It's been 2 days since I got this stuff glued in. Yesterday, I got that glued in. I got everything foamed. I foamed up the rest of the woodpecker holes. I got the foam out of that window there. I pounded all of the nails in on both sides. What else did I do? I can't remember if you've seen. I believe you've seen me put this in. But I got a bunch of stuff yesterday, really hustled through it. What happened was I got part of the greenhouse cleared out yesterday, and I was going to come up and finish this stuff. And then a friend that I hadn't seen in many years gave me a call, and he stopped by, so it kind of interrupted the day. So I'm going to get back to this. What I need to do now is trim this foam right here so I can get these two pieces on. Then I need to figure out blocking for this and this. What it needs is 3/4 inch blocking around the opening. Then it needs like 1.5 inch blocking, kind of like this. 1.25 inch would be better as this is, but 1.5 inch is just, standard 2x4 stock, so that's what I'm going to use. That blocking will have J-channel up against it, so this will have J-channel as well, and that'll allow the siding to go in place. So I have to figure out both of these. I have to go over, hopefully I have enough lumber for it. I have to go over to the shed and get the blocking glued up. So each one of them requires 2 sets of blocking. One at 3/4 right around the opening, and then another one screwed to that's going to accept the J-channel. So let me get a couple measurements. I believe these are both 6-inch pipes, but this one has the furring right next to it, so I'm going to have to adjust the first one for that. Oh, this one does too. So this one's basically just going to come out up and over. The one that's on there is not going to do. It's not big enough, and it should have a solid piece across the top so that it sheds water and doesn't get watered down in this joint right here, just in case water gets behind the siding. So let me pull this off. I think I can just pull that out of there. I'm not sure, but I know I can just take this off with the screws, take this off, and get this figured out. Okay, it's pretty obvious what I have to do here. So I'm going to get this board off. It has a different screw tip, so I've got to go find one of those. I'm just going to clean it out a little bit in here. But what I'm going to do is foam around this. It's got a huge gap. This was put in by our neighbor. If you've followed the channel, we hired a neighbor that lives up on the hill over here. He was real down on his luck, so we hired him to do a few things way back when, and one of the things was put on the house wrap on the back part here and put in this fan, and this is how he did it. So I'll get this foamed up. It's a little cool out here for foaming, so I think I'm going to wait until just a little bit after noon when it's as warm as it's going to get this foamed, and during that time I'll get 3 pieces cut for around it and then glue up the part that sticks out. This one, I'm not sure how this is in. I think I can pull this out, and I'll see what's going on with this as well. I think I'm going to do a 3-piece surround on this one as well. And then just like this one, I'll make a bump out. I believe this is an 8-inch duct. The bigger the duct, the more quiet it is. And this was supposed to be one of the most quiet bath fans there is. So I guess this is 8-inch and that's 6-inch. But regardless, I'm going to see if I can yank that one off. I could probably do it from here. Yank that one off, see what I got behind there. I might have to foam that one as well, and then I can go and start cutting all these parts. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, that's going to do it for up here today. Now what I have to do is cut the parts for and assemble the final frames for these 2 vents. The final 2 frames, as I said before, will stick out past these by either an inch or an inch and a half, depending on what lumber I decide to use. I have some 1 1/16 decking, and I have 1.5 inch construction lumber, treated construction lumber. I can use either or, so I'll figure that out when I get over there. So what I'm going to do is cut the pieces for that. Those have to be pocket screwed and glued and clamped overnight, and then they're going to be sanded. Those show, so those have to be nice looking, and then they'll be applied right over this, and then the duct will be screwed to that. They'll be much like the one for this vent, which I can show you in just a second. So these already, those get the copper, they get like a saddle that goes over them. They get caulked along the top edge and they get a saddle, and then there'll be a trim molding that goes all the way around this parapet. So this is all done except for the core vent. I'll be showing you the core vent tomorrow. The core vent goes between these at the bottom, and what it is a corrugated plastic vent, and you buy it in strips. It's actually laying on the ground right over there. So I'll show you that tomorrow. That has to go in between each of these, and that keeps bugs and mice out of the pocket area behind here, as well as lets air in to ventilate any hot air that builds up behind it. Those go down there as well at the very bottom. Saddle flashing here as well. So she's getting there. This window here is due to be in the store tomorrow, so I have to get this flashed in tomorrow as well. So there's a good deal to get done. I got to write it down tonight so I don't forget all this stuff. And then from there, it's just a matter of putting in the J channel, the corner moldings, and then starting on the siding. I got to do the layout of the siding, but that's not a super big deal. I'm going off what's already here. The hardest part is transferring. Once you get to the top of the siding that was put on by others, I have to get over and up and over this stuff. I have to do it in harmony on both sides so that the one that goes over this stuff is not, you know, in one place on one side and a different place on the other side. All right, I'm going to get this cleaned up. I'm going to show you that vent so you could see how this this molding goes on the outside of here, and then I will wrap up for the day. Okay, this is what I was talking about. On this I have about a 1/2 inch of reveal, and if you peel this back a bit, you can see that this is proud of these cleats here. Now there'll be J channel that goes here, a corner molding that goes here. This is going to be a difficult area, but it is what it is. On the normal parts, there'll be a J channel right here on the top and the bottom, and the siding will go into that J channel. That's how it's going to be on that and that. And I'll show you once more on the other stuff. Just like that. All right, I'm going to go get the stuff cut. I'm going to get it all glued together, and I will see you tomorrow. So if you want to see tomorrow's work, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put it in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.